What's up? Welcome to today's video. Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4. Now I just wanted to give a little insight into the main menus of Ghost of Tsushima. This is the map menu we have here. We have 3 segments to the island of Tsushima. As you progress through the main missions, you unlock more of the map. Here we have Jin's Journey. These are the main story missions of the game. We have Tales of Tsushima, which are the secondary missions. And we have Mystic Tales, which unlock relatively good rewards, giving you a little incentive to progress. Now we have our Sakai Katana, which we can level up using different resources. We've almost leveled up that to the maximum. I've already upgraded the Tanto up to full upgrades. Here we have charm slots. Now you can unlock charm slots as you progress through the game. Each charm will give you a different attribute, so you can pick and select the charms you unlock suited to whatever style, how you want to play the game, whether you want to go in just using all combat or all stealth or a mixture of both. Either way, the charms come in very handy. Now there are a lot of charms that do exactly the same. So there's enough variety there, but also there's a fair bit of repetition. Now the hats and the headbands and the masks are just for appearance. They don't give you any different attributes whatsoever. You can also buy armor dyes from the merchant to change the color, which doesn't alter the attributes. Now, each armor you get does give you different attributes, which is pretty cool. So you can, depending on what armors you've unlocked, you can pick whichever armor you want, suited to your playstyle once again. Whether you're going in more like a ninja, or an archer, or a samurai. Good thing is as well, with this armor you can upgrade it. Now when you upgrade the armor, it will change the appearance, and then when you upgrade it, it will increase your attributes that the armor gives you, and it will tell you which resources you need. The good thing is you can change your armor appearance to your previously upgraded armor without it degrading your attributes. So you can pick whichever appearance you want from the upgrade levels, without affecting the attributes. Here we got our bow, got arrows, flaming arrows, explosive arrows, heavy arrows, poison darts, hallucinogenic darts, firecrackers, wind chimes, black powder bomb. Got our kunai, smoke bombs, sticky bombs, etc. Accessories, we have different songs you can unlock for your flute. Doesn't give you any attributes whatsoever. Now techniques, we got our samurai techniques, we got deflection, evasion, we got roll. Now mythic, to unlock these mythic attacks you need to do the Mystic Tales, I believe it is, and you can unlock some pretty cool, I like to call them finishing attacks. They're not necessarily finishers, but they do come across that way. Now when you progress through the game, you will be given the opportunity to unlock all of these skills, but depending on the way you play, you can level up the skills you want to level first, whether you want to go for deflection first or evasion first, once again depending on the way you play the game. As you can see here, there are a decent amount of variety in the moves. Here we got our different stances. Good against swordsmen, shieldmen, spearmen, and brutes. So each stance is effective and more efficient against the specific enemy. Once again, when you progress through the game, you will be given the opportunity to unlock all of these skills. But the good thing is, as you progress, and you can level up the ones you want. To an extent, obviously you have to level up the first few to progress to leveling up the rest, but yeah, depending on the way you want to play the game, I guess. Strength, spear defense, typhoon kick. Could have had a little bit of better physics on the typhoon kick, I think. You know, I don't think you could kick someone that high wearing all that armor. But it's pretty cool. The more you unlock these moves, you really start to really appreciate how good the combat is in the game. Now, in my opinion, the strong point of Ghost of Tsushima is the combat. Also, we got our ghost weapons here. Once again, upgrade them to however you want to play the game. These are more for stealth kills, etc. And there is a good selection of variety here. You will be given the opportunity to level them all up. As I'm not very good in stealth games myself, I tend to focus more on the combat rather than the stealth side of things. As you can see here, there's a good selection of different moves you can get. These are for our ghost weapons. Firecrackers, wind chimes. Good for luring out enemies. Then we have our evolving tactics. Once again, a good selection. Yeah, as I was saying, I think the strong point of Tsushima is the combat. I think it has probably some of the better combat than quite a few other games. And it's just so satisfying. I think the sheer epicness and beauty of the combat is just how quickly and efficient Jin can kill the opponents. I think that's where the true satisfaction and the beauty of the combat lies, is just how swiftly and brutally he can take out the enemies in no time. And the combat is really engaging. Also, you can't just hold the block button for all enemies, which I like. I like the fact that it immerses you more into the combat by keeping you engaged in the combat. Some enemies you have to time the blocks, and I think that timing of the blocks is what really keeps your mind focused on the combat. So it always keeps you immersed. If you were to just hold the block for all the enemy attacks, I think it would get a bit more boring and repetitive. But the combat itself is absolutely brilliant. It's probably the best thing about the game. Now, the game itself doesn't offer anything particularly new. The game does offer a good gaming experience, which is very similar to a lot of other games, and I don't mean in the sense of a good gaming experience. I mean in the sense of that there's been many games already that have done the exact same thing multiple amount of times. But in its own right, I think Ghost of Tsushima is a good game. I wouldn't say it's a great game or an amazing game, but it's a good game. It is what it is. Anyway, and this is a little insight into the menu of Tsushima.